Ministry of Health has noted that the current HIV two-test algorithm is not optimal.
Using that two-test-based algorithm has a limitation at population level, where there could be some cases that are not correctly classified for appropriate intervention.
Kenya's positive predictive values range from 99.5% to as low as 95%, indicating the percentage of truly positive diagnoses. According to a December 2023 WHO report, positive predictive values below 99% can lead to increased misdiagnosis, resulting in HIV-negative individuals being mistakenly treated for HIV.
You test somebody and you give that person not correct results.
Following the World Health Organization's 2019 recommendation for adopting a three-test algorithm, Kenya has identified 2 new test kits and is currently in the implementation phase.
The new three-test algorithm therefore increases our opportunity of correctly classifying somebody at the point of service within a shorter time with accurate results and linking them to the correct treatment. It also allows us to correctly classify those who are negative but maybe at a high risk.
In a pilot study conducted at the Kiambu Level 5 Hospital Antenatal Clinic with 290 individuals, the three-test algorithm identified 4 samples as inconclusive, which had been previously marked as HIV negative by the current algorithm.
This client was positive with our first test, which is TrinScreen. So we subjected that client to our second test, which is one step. And as you can see, there are 2 lines. So therefore, this client has been confirmed with our second test as positive. We'll go to our third test. The same client we subject to the third test. Our third test is called first response. And as you can see, any line, even if it is faint, that is a positive client.
The phased rollout of the three-test algorithm will begin in the 2024-2025 fiscal year, dividing the 47 counties into 5 regions. Phase 1 will include Wajir, Garissa, Lamu and Marsabit counties, while Phase 2 includes West Pokot, Kiambu, Bomet and Murang'a counties. Phase 3 shall include Kilifi, Makueni, Nandi and Narok counties, while Phase 4 includes Nakuru, Kitui, Nairobi and Kajiado counties. Phase 5 shall include Vihiga, Samburu, Mombasa and Kisumu counties.
By July, we should be having facilities testing using the three-test algorithm as we phase out the two-test algorithm.
HIV testing will also be integrated into various health services, including family planning, pre-exposure and post-exposure prophylaxis, and non-communicable diseases. On the other hand, scientists have emphasized the need for increased government investment in research and development to support HIV control.
We want to move away from just counting numbers to discovery what? Discovery science. And discovery science is really ability to make diagnostics that will be applicable locally, ability to make vaccines that are important to us.
As of now, Kenya's HIV prevalence stands at 3.7%. Ben Kerera, K24, Health Beat.
Now, in a crackdown on illegal donkey slaughtering, 2 suspects are awaiting court arraignment after being apprehended in Kisami's Kajiado West Sub-County Police Headquarters with 200 donkeys on Saturday evening. The police seized the animals after they suspected that there could have been a plot to slaughter and sell the donkey meat against the law. Here is Nixon Kisaka with more.
The Kajiado West Sub-County Police Station has been the host to these 200 donkeys for the last 2 days after they were seized for a suspected illegal donkey slaughtering mission. The seizure coming as a part of a rapid response initiative being undertaken by the Ministry of Interior Security following a wide ban on the sale of donkey skin.
Minister ambaye alikuwa anaitwa Peter Munya aliweza kufuga hii biashara yetu na akaban kushija punda. Na wakati alibani kushija punda, kuna kitu moja tu hakufanya. Alibani kushija punda lakini hakubani kupeleka hata gosi ya punda. Na tangu tufuge hizo visijio, biashara ya punda imeendelea, hata waleo inaendelea kwa sababu zinashijwa nyingi sana kwa msitu.
Accompanying the animals were 2 suspects allegedly involved in the illicit donkey slaughtering business. They were held at the police station before being released on bail, awaiting court arraignment. According to police and animal welfare organizations officers, the donkeys were being taken to a Ewaso area between Kajiado and Narok counties for sale after they were bought from the owners within Kajiado.
Hawa walishikwa kwa background ya kwamba wanasuspektiwa kuwa wanaenda kuchinjwa, na ndiposa waliposhika kwa sababu ya safe custody tukakuja ili kushirikiana na polisi kuziweka wakati uchunguzi unaendelea. Kwa hivyo ilikuwa ni suspect illegal slaughter.
On Monday morning, identified donkey owners were gathered for a sensitization session by animal welfare officers before reclaiming their animals.
Kuelimisha jamii kwamba uchinjaji wa punda ni jambo ambalo limepigwa marufuku. Jambo la pili ni vitengo vya usalama kuhakikisha kwamba katika nchi mzima sheria hii inatekelezwa, kwamba biashara ya punda kwa sababu ya uchinjaji imepigwa marufuku, na iwapo zitaonekana na kuna tetesi kwamba zinasuspektiwa kwenda kuchinjwa itashikwa wakati uchunguzi unaendelea.
The officers indicated that many of the elder donkey owners were unaware of the illegalities surrounding the donkey business.
Wajui mambo ya kwenda kuchinja, wanajua mambo ya kwenda watu kwenda kufuga na kubeba maji.
This even as the public is cautioned against consuming meat without ensuring its safety for consumption.
Kama shirika tunaangalia mambo ya humane slaughter, that is mnyama yeyote anafaa kuchinjwa kwa kichinjio ambacho kimekubaliwa na serikali, kiko na meat inspector, na nyama hiyo wakati inakuja kwa community ili waweze kukula, wanaponunua kwa butchery itakuwa imefanywa inspection. Lakini ilivyo sasa punda haruhusiwi kuliwa kama zile nyama zingine.
Nixon Kisaka, K24 TV, Kajiado.
Well, let's have a look at some business news. Stakeholders in Kenya's energy sector are being urged to prioritize research and innovation, particularly in emerging areas, to create energy solutions that are affordable, accessible, and reliable for consumers. By focusing on research in crucial areas such as energy storage, e-mobility, and local innovations for rural electrification, researchers and innovators can develop solutions that directly cater to the needs of Kenyans. Linda Koskei with that report.
Kenya is setting the pace in the adoption of electric vehicles, EVs, realizing a 600% growth last year as the Energy and Petroleum Regulatory Authority ramps up efforts to support the country's carbon emissions.
EVs can save up to twice the cost of power as compared to fuel-powered vehicles, depending on your driving habits.
We believe that electric vehicles can be part of a solution to make transportation in Kenya and on the African continent as a whole cleaner, more efficient, and also less costly.
The country has witnessed a steady increase in EV imports. The local demand surge is indicative of global trends, with predictions that at least 1 in 5 vehicles to be sold this year in the world will be electric. To bolster these efforts alongside enabling regulations, the energy regulator has launched a nationwide campaign dubbed Tusonge na EVs to create awareness on safety, affordability, and rally the nation towards a mass market adoption with the support of the Ministry of Energy and Petroleum and the United Nations Environment Program, UNEP.
The Tusonge na EV campaign will be a multi-stakeholder campaign, and I will be seeking your support as industry stakeholders and as the public to be able to walk with us on this journey.
While sales of EVs are increasing globally, there is a high concentration in major markets like the US, China, and Europe. Countries like Kenya have introduced incentives to investors and prospective buyers to spur the numbers.
We continue to incentivize the uptake of e-mobility. So I think this is a big conversation, in addition to the tax incentives that the government has put in place, is ensuring that the tariff, the special tariff, there is an uptake of that special tariff. The utility has been talking to the sector around having a dedicated meter outside your normal metering system for uptake or benefiting from this e-mobility tariff.
Last year, IPRA introduced about 16 shillings per kilowatt tariff for electric vehicles charging at designed airports, a move aimed at incentivizing Kenyans to acquire electric vehicles.
There are 3,700 electric vehicles in Kenya as at December 2023. 90% of these are electric 2- and 3-wheelers, and that is why we are adopting the 2- and 3-wheelers as the gateway for adoption of e-mobility.
The electric vehicle charging and battery swapping infrastructure guidelines sets out individual pricing regimes for e-bikes, e-motorcycles, e-car, e-trucks and e-buses.
E-mobility is growing not just in the urban centers, not just in the cities, but will shortly be expanding in the rural areas, and that then gives us our position to support supply of electricity across the nation.
IPRA noted that this initiative underscores Kenya's commitment to a cleaner, greener future, aligning with global efforts to combat climate change. Linda Koskei, K24 TV.
Trade and Investments Cabinet Secretary Rebecca Miano has revealed that Kenya and the United States are set to embark on the 6th round of negotiations for the Kenya-United States Strategic Trade and Investment Partnership. The talks will take place in Mombasa, Kenya. Following the 5th round of negotiations, CS Miano, along with United States Trade Representative Catherine Tai, reaffirmed their dedication to reaching an agreement that aligns with their shared objectives and principles by this year's end. While the meeting was held behind closed doors, the ministry plans to disclose further details soon. Well, that's just about it for some